It happened in the brief instant the candles sputtered and died. Applause faded into uneasy murmurs. The room froze, every eye caught in suspended disbelief. I stood there, wine glass in hand, my smile fixed, while my wife's mother introduced me to her boss with a venomous flourish of someone who thought she'd won. This is my daughter's husband, unemployed, clearly struggling, not much of a success. Laughter rippled around us like shards of glass. My wife stiffened, her fork froze in midair. I remained still, a calm observer. Her boss, a man of sharp intelligence and patient composure, looked not at me, but at her. A small, knowing smile curved his lips as he said quietly, with the weight of inevitability, "You're fired." The room went silent, the kind of silence that hums with disbelief, where even the air seems to pause. My wife's face paled. Her mother's confident facade faltered. And me? I took a slow sip of wine, tasting a calm, collected triumph. Revenge, I realized, is sweetest when served silently. It hadn't started like this. When I first met Clara, her mother had been polite, warm enough to mask her judgment. I was a young architect and ambitious, hungry to carve my name into the skyline. Clara believed in me, or so I thought. Together, we built a life. Small apartment, shared laughter, cheap wine, whispered dreams of the future. Then reality shifted. Success became a measure of worth. Clara's mother made that very clear. She evaluated me by my promotions, my paychecks, my ability to keep pace with her expectations. When my firm collapsed, she proclaimed it evidence I had never been enough for her daughter. Clara stopped defending me. "We'll get through this" became a distant memory, replaced by cold pragmatism. "You need to fix yourself." It wasn't just the words. It was the way she dressed for her client dinners again. The phone face down on the table. The way she flinched when I entered mid-call. Subtle signals first, then growing walls. Change passwords, cold kisses, excuses that barely made sense. I didn't confront her. I had learned long ago that people expose their true selves if you simply stop interrogating. The truth arrived through an accidental email, a forwarded chain between Clara and her mother. Subject line: next steps. They weren't subtle. Her mother had been orchestrating Clara's placement in her company, leveraging her own boss's influence. My name appeared twice, under obstacle and under resolved. That word haunted me. Resolved. I didn't shout. I didn't smash anything. I sat in darkness, staring at the glow of that word, letting it settle. I resolved myself not to react, but to respond. Patience became my ally. I let them believe they had already won. Clara withdrew emotionally. Her mother grew bold in her contempt. I feigned quiet, harmless incompetence, all the while moving strategically. Freelance work under another name, small but consistent. Hensley Designs, her mother's firm, expanded. Coincidentally, I was contracted as an external consultant through a partner firm. She had no idea it was me. For months, I worked silently, delivering results, earning the attention of the very man who could dismantle her mother's authority. Richard Lang. Sharp, observant, uncompromising. Eventually, he reached out. We exchanged words, not secrets, just facts. When he asked about internal issues, I handed over documents, schedules, emails. Clara's name? Never mentioned. He discovered it himself. Tonight was a culmination. Clara's birthday. Her mother insisted on an extravagant restaurant gathering, full of sycophants and social climbers. I was a tolerated +1. She introduced me with cruel amusement. "This is my son-in-law, unemployed but trying." The table erupted in laughter. I did not. Richard's eyes flicked to me, recognition dawning. Leaning back, voice calm, deliberate, he delivered the verdict. "You're fired." The room froze. Clara choked on her wine. Her mother's smile cracked. And I nodded once, a quiet acknowledgement between men who had seen the truth long before this night. I left before chaos could follow. I didn't need to witness the aftermath. Their web of lies had unraveled on its own. Outside, the night was cool, lights reflecting off the rain-slicked streets. Clara called later, trembling, apologies spilling from her mouth like water from a broken vessel. I listened, Then I hung up. People often mistake silence for weakness. They believe inaction is surrender. But silence is a weapon. It lets them reveal themselves, dig their own pit, and fall without you ever lifting a hand. And when the house of deception collapses, it's quiet, peaceful, perfect. I smiled once more and walked away.